in Sweden, it has been very detailed and documented, and the first sort of sign they get is in the order of 70% in front of a computer screen or similar. You know, you have to remember that if we talk about a computer screen or a laptop or a mobile phone and so on, they're all the same type of gadget. It's a computer with a screen you can look at. And some of these gadgets, in 70 to 80% of the cases, is the first thing that gets them started. And the first area of the body is the skin. That's the most common reaction. And then later on, they get other symptoms from other parts of their organ systems. Yes, they do. They get headaches, difficulties in concentrating, they have problems with short-term memory, and other such neurobehavioral alterations. But they can also have sensations, for instance, heart palpitations, a strong sense of fatigue. They get very tired. And it's interesting because in Sweden, when we in the springtime, for the first time for a long period, get out into the sun, we easily burn ourselves. And then we get exactly this kind of symptoms. We get tired and so on, you know, and it kind of mimics ordinary sunburn, but these persons get it anytime during the year and indoors where there isn't any sun. So our working hypothesis has been that it's a radiation damage. It's something in the electromagnetic fields that changes their cells and molecules, and they are wise because they will retract, they will get themselves out of this situation, whereas you and I, who are not electrohypersensitive, we will still stay there, we don't feel anything, and maybe we are at the risk of long-term effects. It has been a huge debate, for instance, about neurological diseases and cancer. In Sweden, it's recognized as a disability, or today we call it a functional impairment. So it has nothing to do with doctors. It's not a disease, and there is no diagnosis. They are just functionally impaired, and therefore they should go to a civil servant at the municipality level to receive accessibility measures. Like if you would be in a wheelchair, maybe you need a ramp to where you live and work, and then you don't go to a doctor because doctors cannot build ramps, but constructors from the municipality will do it. They are not diagnosed, but they have made in the state of California a scrutiny where they checked for the percentage of persons that were electrohypersensitive, and if you extrapolate to the whole of the United States, you will get in that order.
Okay, well that's a lot of people actually.
Of course, and then you have to remember that United States actually, they are around 3.5%. So it's not very high. In Germany, we talk about 6%. In Switzerland, 8%. I don't know the figures for Spain, but in Sweden, it's in the order of 3.1%. So Sweden and the United States is at the low range. Germany and Switzerland at the high range. So worldwide, we are talking about hundreds of millions of people that are electrohypersensitive.
Do you know?
Yeah. If we, for instance, talk about microwaves, you can have microwave shielding cloth as well as paint that will keep them out. And that's sort of basic schoolbook physics. If we talk about power frequent magnetic fields, then you need very special protection, which is very expensive and also will make your room weigh a lot. A room like this would easily weigh like 20 tons suddenly, because you need thick metals and so on, and also the room will be extremely expensive. But at the same time, you know, I'm not so sure if we should go in that direction. It's a little bit like you have a society where you go to one store and buy things that are dangerous for you, and then you need to go to another store to protect yourself. If that would be like something we eat, we wouldn't even consider going down that road, you know. We would just say, no way, I don't eat this, you know. So, sorry, I don't eat this at all, you know. And so maybe we have to think twice then.
Yeah, and it sounds stupid.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
And then we just do things for profit, not for life necessities. There are a lot of gadgets on the market. Stickers you should put on your computer and mobile phones, and different crystals and stones and whatever. We have not tested all of them, but the ones we have tested doesn't work at all. And we cannot even understand how they should. The only things that do work, that's what I mentioned before, these microwave shielding materials. Mm-hmm. That works, definitely. But only to a certain level. It doesn't take away everything. So the question is again, the remnants, are they equally poisonous as the rest? And that we don't know yet.